chilly this morning. Astrology DJ's given me words and melody. I have no idea what it is. It's people come into your life for a reason. We know that, don't we? They're either a lesson or a blessing. But that's all I'm getting, and the tune, so I'll have to dig for it. So you'll have to bear with me, see if I can find it. Yeah, so is it a lesson or a blessing, I wonder? Let's see. Hope you're all doing all right and you're not worrying. You'll take care of the little things, and the big things will take care of themselves. Okay. So today's card is the Strength card. It's about courage, backbone, heart, karma, power and struggles. Thank you for the lovely comments, by the way. I don't know, you're all making me feel very humbled. I don't know where you're coming from, all here, but it's nice, thank you. Well, there it is, around midday. God damn it. It's not a easy read. Oh, they're all in reverse. So let's dive in then, shall we? Someone thinks they succeeded, or may have succeeded in doing something. When you succeed though, don't gloat. Don't rub people's nose in it. There's a victory here. However, there is unreliable, unpredictable people in your life. Could be a Taurus cusper. So early Taurus is Aries, late Taurus is Gemini. Could be a generous friend who suddenly drops off the face of the earth. Could be someone in uniform that you have to avoid because this is negative energy. But above all, it's a decrease in financial and emotional security. Elaine helped me out yesterday because I've been trying to find my book since Christmas, since I've reorganised everything. My Chinese book, can't find it. but I will find it. And it's the year of the rabbit next year. So it may be something to do with this year, sorry. So it's possibly in the past that this decrease in finances and emotional security happened. So then we have the Gemini energy, which fits because Gemini cuspa, Taurus Gemini cuspa. Any of you gardeners out there, there's a passion flower and a rose that may mean something as far as spirit goes. Or it could be a sign for you when you see those, the season of when they come through. But above all, this is someone who is wearing a false mask, pretending to be something they're not. Could be criminal activity, drug dealers. At the very least, it's someone that's pretending to be happy when they're not, healthy when they're not, concealing something from you. Or hiding from themselves. There's deceit and lies. It's also to do with siblings. Issues with the hands, arms, shoulders. 1 and 28, negative energy. There is depression here, and that can mean depression, medically depressed. Somebody feels drained, nothing to give. There could have been unfaithfulness. There's somebody in the shadows there watching. She may have been turned to stone. She's no longer open to love. There's impatience, that wonky table. There's a leg missing. You're not going to have any stability there. So somebody's waiting for that last piece of the puzzle, but impatiently. And it's causing power struggles. There may be illness, like I said, with the back and the heart, medically or emotionally. In this deck, we have a Capricorn in the background. So materialism, keeping up with the Joneses, being manipulated, it's power struggles, karmic situations, lack of courage, cowardice. So you have to come off that fence, stop juggling, trying to be everything to everybody and ask for help if needed. But love has lost the building here. So the only card that we have that gives us a clue, really, in dates and stuff is the 1 and 28, because today's is neutral. So Gemini energy, anything to do with siblings, the 1 and 28, and that's wherever you see it, it's negative. So be alert, be aware. Could be an address, could be a birthday of someone living or past. Whatever it is, it's not good. Deceit. Again, with it being Gemini and communications, it could be mind games. And maybe it's because you've been victorious. They don't like it. You've won a battle. Doesn't mean you've won the war, because there's still power struggles here. You've got to keep fighting, and there's no love lost at all. There it is again, you can't make it up. The thing is, in decks like this, the strength and the justice card, sometimes, for some reason, I don't know why they do it, they interchange. So in this deck, it's the 11. But it doesn't take away from the fact that it's the same card. You can see it's the same card. Power struggles. The 11 is negative. Issues with the heart and back. it's time to move on from whoever this or whatever this situation is financially. You may have to do some digging on the internet. Travel could be indicated. You may be booking a holiday. Think very carefully where you're going to. But it is moving on from stormy waters to calmer ones. But if you're booking a holiday to escape, I think you're taking the troubles with you, so there's no point in that. Yeah, money is too tight. Money is in the family is too tight. Whatever this financial windfall or success was, it's left, it's ended, it's over. It got as good as it was going to get. Now you've got to go ride the wave, because we always get abundance and then a wave of lack, and then abundance and a wave of lack, unless you're very, very lucky. This is the Gypsy card for the tall, handsome stranger coming into your life, but there's no commitment. There's a lot of passion and possibly unfaithfulness. A suitor, a new suitor, or problems with a fire sign child. Fear is here of what the future holds, and that's what I get. Fear, cowardice, lack of backbone, don't want to know what the future is going to be like. Want everything to stay as it was. It's not going to. The 22 is negative energy. So for the new ones, I'll tell you the story about the fool. He left the village with everybody laughing at him behind his back with nothing but the shirt on his back, his knotted hanky and his cheese sandwich, with his dog biting at his heels telling him not to go, because he believed the streets of London were paved with gold. And obviously he got there and felt the fool, because they weren't. But thankfully he was too much of a coward to go back to the village and have everybody laugh in his face, so he stayed. And because he persevered, he became Lord Mayor of London. So who had the last laugh? All I'm saying is, you might fear it, it doesn't mean that it's going to be bad for you. Yeah. Somebody feels isolated, alone. There is somebody who enjoys stirring the pot. Again, this power struggle, these arguments. Somebody wants to win at all costs. That's all they want, is to win, to keep winning. Could be a Leo. But what they don't realise is nobody wins these arguments. Nobody wins this at all. Everybody will regret it. It's a 5, it's changes, it's harsh words, confusion, a lot of arguing. It's those that stir the shit but should be made to lick the stick one. They like the drama, they like the attention, because they can't get it any other way. Then this nightmare needs to be over. You can leave at any time. But fear is holding you back. And what they're saying is, love may have left the building, so you're going to have to love yourself first. This is the energy of the Cancer full moon that lasts for about 2 weeks. This is Cancer energy. This is unconditional love. This is being in charge of your emotions, knowing that you are good enough, strong enough to get through anything. It's the love of a good man, or woman even, but this is a male. That's the way it is, but it does signify any Cancer. So those Cancer cuspers, Gemini, early Cancer, or Leo, late Cancer. So all mentioned. What it's saying is, love yourself unconditionally, because you have to overcome those enemies, and those enemies may well be yourself. Gemini energy again. So don't give in. Don't be afraid. Because you can win this. But the point is, do you want to win or do you want to be happy? Go where your happiness lies. He wasn't happy playing the fool in the village every day. People laughing at him and calling him an idiot. Yeah. So, this is the Capricorn energy. The dragon sitting on his gold. So anybody born in the year of the dragon. Happy retirement. This is what we're fighting against, though, is the successful life. Wanting to be rich and successful. To some people, money means nothing. And those that money means everything to, I think are going to find it harder in the future. Yeah. There is a chance here of marriages ending, friendships lost. Taurus energy again is negative. 5 and 23 is negative. Wherever you see those numbers. It may be the date of a passing of somebody. It's lack of faith in yourself. It's lack of faith in your religion, in your studies, which I can understand over the past few years. Teachers. But above all, it's lies. Somebody's not speaking the truth, especially about material matters. It's throat chakra, so there could be problems with the throat. It's our Simon Peter card, and again, it's the two keys, the silver and the gold. The gold binds you to the material, the silver to the spiritual. Let go of the need for money and the happiness will return. 10 months. Perhaps you're booking a holiday for 10 months means October. So anyway. Yeah. Perhaps there's a new home, house move, a celebration coming up. But there we are again. So that's your own worst enemy. That's you playing the martyr or the victim to get what you want. So doing exactly as you're told because you believe it's going to give you rewards. Or if you don't do things out of the goodness of your heart, you will not receive rewards. These people are ungrateful that you're sacrificing yourself for. This is hanging about in limbo because of fear. You have to turn your world upside down and see things from a different angle to come out of this nightmare situation. Pisces, number 12, negative energy. Issues of the feet and toes. Apologies will be needed for this cowardice, these power struggles. But don't be apologising to someone just to keep the peace. There's slight improvements, slow, steady improvements in finance and career. But don't lie about anything. Yeah, this chapter needs to end. The travel to your object of your desire, be the person, things, or event. Somebody will welcome you with open arms. Once you end this chapter. 21, positive energy. Yeah, but there has to be changes first. And you may have to lose half of what you earn. You may have to sacrifice something. And it could be your ego or finances. It's time to sever ties. It's professional advice, lawyers, doctors, priests. It's, I won't go to the priests. Not with that card. It's detaching yourself enough to look at this situation from an outsider's point of view. It's being ready to burn things to the ground. It's leaving behind that pain of things you knew. It can be a divorced or widowed gentleman. It's my friend Archangel Michael. He is here to protect us and find the lost souls. Doctors, priests and lawyers. Seeing things very, very clearly, no longer confused. So, sixth house of routine. That's your routine. Day-to-day living. Sixth house is Virgo. It was our lockdown. So the Hermit. And the Hermit is well known for walking away from everything they've ever known or believed to be true to find their true path in life. It's also equivalent to the Seven of Pentacles. We haven't got it here. It's about reaping what you sow. But don't feel, just because you failed in some way, that you won't achieve your goal. You will, but you've got to stick at it. Okay, what failures you've suffered. So the name Martha could be important, and Graham. Grandmothers. You must change the way you look at things. What I say about turning it on its head, you have to look at things from a different angle. The sixth house is ruled by the mutable sign of Virgo and the planet of Mercury. So there's your Mercury. Where is he? The Magician. There he is. Mercury. That's Virgo. It's routine, your everyday life. It's not so much a dazzling place as it is to do with ordinary. It's also about rules and the body. Your health, especially your digestive tract. We should maintain good health, and in this, diet will figure in. Anything that comes under alternative health or various approaches to strengthening your body and supporting your healthy lifestyle all fall under the category of the sixth house. So, turmeric, cayenne pepper, honey and cider vinegar all together make a good antibiotic. Natural remedies. It's also about duty, responsibility and gainful employment. It shows how hard you work, how organised you are and how much you worry. A job change is very possible. So maybe you lose one job and you have to go find another and it's not as much pay. When the sixth house card presents itself in a reading, an important thing to consider is your state of health. And we've been saying that for a long time, and we have to be in good health for the next part of the journey. Medical appointments and buildings such as hospitals and health centres may figure into your reading. Your future plans to progress smoothly, you must be strong in body. So look to your diet. An alternative health approach may work best for you now, and you may find yourself interested in Reiki, acupuncture, chiropractors and health supplements. Herbs, but be careful with your herbs. But I used to cook with rosemary. Don't do it anymore because it can bring on epileptic seizures, and my son is epileptic. So be very careful that you research and find out everything you can before you go putting things into his body. And becoming involved in these matters professionally may develop. And if it is, then I would suggest you're doing the right thing, because people are going to need alternatives. It's everything to do with routine and what you do regularly. You may experience change and disruptions in your schedule. It would be also of benefit to become as organised as you can, since at this time any type of disorganisation will defeat your plans. It's time to pay attention to the small particulars rather than the larger picture. The larger picture cannot develop without the minute details. So, if moving into a house, it would stand to reason the logical thing to do is, instead of just dumping all the boxes in one room, take them into the room that they belong to. So before you go, you've got to plan and put labels on them telling you which room they're from, whether they're necessary or not. That sort of thing. Organisation. It's time to pay attention to the small particulars rather than the bigger ones. The bigger picture cannot develop without the minute details. And you may find yourself worrying over the little matters, which is exhausting. Visits to libraries and schools may somehow assist you in your plans. The schools is negative. It's important to be analytical in your endeavours, or they may come unravelled and not turn out in the ideal way you would like. But perfection is not necessary to success. You completing what you started is. So don't leave things unfinished. It insists on quality and usefulness, not perfection. You may find yourself critical at this time of others, and that's where you're your own worst enemy, because it won't do you any favours. And they may be critical of you. You may want to clear up or correct matters that have become unhinged. I don't think today's the day. Don't try and start that argument, because we've got the Five of Swords there. Wherever it's gone, stir in the bloody pot. Efficiency and doing the right thing at the right time will serve you best in the coming days. This is probably not an easy time, because it's not meant to be. Something to really serve you in the best way possible, you will have to go step by step, slow and steady, and have patience, which we're running out of patience, aren't we? Look, we've got that wonky table, the Three of Wands, impatience. Don't be impatient, and be careful how you speak to people, because it might just backfire today. You will have to go step by step and have patience. It is not likely to happen fast, but whatever you'll manage to accomplish will stick and serve you well in the future. So, and the Green Man. The Divine Masculine, father figure maybe. 13 is transformations. It's about nature, connecting to source, listening to spirit. Those of you that know the Green Man well, it's someone that we have to protect from negative energies and bad spirits. The Green Man beckons to all who wish to follow. He teaches us that there's no separation between human beings and the natural world. We are part of nature. We are nature, whether we act like it or not. No one is above that fact. The closer we become to recognising this connection, the more we feel at peace. Separation is merely an illusion, and we have created through our busy lives. Nature invites us to slow down, to learn how to reconnect. It's time to take up gardening, so it's Sunday, day of rest. Take it steady. Walking in nature, get your feet on the earth and slow down. Nature isn't out there being all busy and not resting. Nature grows and rests when needed, because it is in tune with the energies around it. Nature doesn't exhaust itself by pushing too hard to make things happen. It will happen in its own time. The Green Man also represents the masculine side of nature. which can mean strength, vigour and growth. However, they can also represent descent, destruction and death. So we started with the strength and we end with the strength. But full circle, Spirit, thank you. So, vigour, growth, however, it can also represent descent, destruction and death. The female counterpart of the green man is the green woman. The two obviously complete one another, just like the yin and yang, but both need each other to keep the balance. In drawing this card, it may be asking you where you may be out of balance and require more of a feminine, nurturing quality of the green woman to bring you back to centre. Both cards are incredibly caring because they are both you in some form, your masculine and feminine sides. As within, so without. By connecting to these energies and nature, you essentially find deeper connection to yourself. As above, so below, as within, so without. Everything you do, your actions, come back to you in some way. So if you're angry with somebody, you will receive anger back. If you're looking for trouble, basically, it will come to you. Yeah, endings, the red, 41 and 10. Yeah, this is a decline. The great mountain establishes itself over the profound waters of the lake, following nature's cycles. After plenitude, what I say is deterioration. So there's been a time of plenty, and now it's declining. One must adapt to these times and bring forth scarcity. Remove yourself from your achievements and live with serenity, because everything is temporary. So in other words, don't be so materialistic. Yes, it was good, but it couldn't last forever. Now you have to ride the wave of the decline. It will improve later, but you, especially those who've had a lot, have got to learn to be humble. And the 10, like I said, is endings. It will affect every quarter of your life if you're not careful, if there's a lack of money. If money is your only thing, that you are going to be very tested in the future. So, 10. Heaven over the lake. Take a walk. So in other words, if this gets argumentative today, take yourself off. Don't get into it because it could get violent. Go out, walk around the block, do whatever you need to do. The heavens reflect on the lake and both contemplate themselves at a distance. It's time to share the path, although at a different level. The actions affect the surroundings. Through mutual benefit, we occupy our place, and each act affects the whole. So in other words, if one of the kids is in a mood, the next thing you know, the mother's in a mood. The next thing you know, she takes it out on the dad, and it's a vicious circle. So see what part you're playing in this, because this could erupt all of a sudden out of nowhere, and we don't want that, do we? Very strange. So don't let your ego get the better of you today. Oh, yeah, you see, Pele. There is going to be the chance of a massive argument today. Now, if you have to have it, have it. But be very careful how you have it, because this could get dangerous for some. So, yeah, anyway. Some Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of the volcanoes, big eruptions, tower moments. Sometimes she assumes the guise of an old woman sleeping with her flames under control around her. Another time she can ride her flaming chariot down the volcano intent on vengeance. It could be Cancer or fire signs. Eruptions, jealousies, physical danger, fire, belly and womb. Drawing the Pele card means you can expect eruptions or feelings of danger in the environment. So my worry now here is, especially with the fire signs, somebody has succeeded in baiting you and baiting you and baiting you because they want you to react violently so that they in some way can have control over you. And with the uniforms there, the police could get involved. So don't, just be aware that somebody is trying to trap you, possibly. That's not for everybody, it's just for a few of you. Drawing the Pele card means you can expect eruptions of feelings or danger in your environment. Treat the element of fire with great respect. It also means an increase in energy of the intense type, such as needed by a woman in the womb center to give birth, so an unexpected birth. Focus your attention down in the deep female center of your body, the center of the volcano, and ask yourself what you really need in your life. So they've just put something else into my head, and this is sending me daft. So if you go into labour, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but right now in England, it's a nightmare situation with ambulances and everything. Don't bother ringing the ambulance. Take straight to hospital if you can. If not, get some trusted female or male neighbour, I don't care who it is, that's practical, that's good at these things, and if you have to, do it by bloody YouTube, but you find a way. Don't panic, because panic is the last thing you need. And they gave me one other thing and I forgot. No, it's gone. So let's pull a rune. We have to think differently now. Things are not the way they used to be. Oh, the fire thing, that's what I was saying. Don't be buggering about with fire. If your central heating's not possible because of the bills at the minute, then you must be very careful. You can't just start a fire even if you've got an open fire in your home. The chimney's got to be swept. You've got to make sure that it's safe, or you could be causing no end of bother. I know it sounds stupid, but some people don't know this, and it's so you're not stupid. It's just that you're unaware. There are no stupid people, just bad teachers. Okay. So bad teachers don't. So everything I say is from them. Bad teachers. Somebody taught you something badly. Oh, and they open the page. Thank you, Spirit. You know, because this book's been getting on my nerves. So, Awaz. Why it's called Awaz, I don't know, because it doesn't look nothing like Awaz. It's an M, a letter M. The Anglo-Saxon name is known as Eo, the letter E. It doesn't even look like an E, it's an M. Ewas, not to be confused with Ewas, is a second sequence, is said to represent a pair of horses. So the yin and yang, shadow and light. So it is in the upright. When Ewas appears either singly or as the first rune in a reading, you can be sure that things are picking up in pace and changing for the better. This is a rune of large concepts, of major projects. So that's another thing. If you open your mouth and start an argument today, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It could get better tomorrow, and then you've opened your mouth and said something nasty because you can't be patient. So this rune is a rune of large concepts, of major projects and new and exciting adventures. It's also said to emphasise the meaning of the other runes. Well, we ain't got any other runes, so it's just emphasising the read. To speed up events that are foretold. The most usual interpretation of Ewas indicates travel, which is what we said, isn't it? To the object of your desire, be the person, things, or events. Usually to a new location that will provide the physical and mental stimulation that you crave. However, it might equally indicate a move of home, which is what they said. Well done, Spirit, thank you. And the establishment of a partnership with a person who is strong-willed as you are. So it's not going to be an easy ride. These people are not going to sit there. They're going to put the boundaries in place and say no, or they should. The importance of forming a team or running in a harness and not falling out of step. So the Cancer card, keeping yourself two opposing factions on the same path, is suggested too. It also denotes the need to treat your partners with respect. Well done, Spirit, all the way through. That they deserve, demonstrating your loyalty, consulting them on important issues, and ensuring that the bonds between you remain strong. If you don't treat people with respect, you cannot expect respect back. Despite the challenges that are in store, this rune may have a connection with higher education, especially if you're involved in subjects that are investigative, such as sciences. However, the Ewas rune manifests itself in your life and increases in your personal status and that of those around you is certain. But anything to do with teachers and study looks dodgy because there's lies or issues with the throat there. So, absolutely brilliant read. I think they did real well. What do you think? Thanks for listening.